sure that you guys are all connecting here. Make sure that we've got the video going. Hold on one second. Let me shut my door in case the dog barks. You guys won't hear him. Hi. Welcome back, guys. Welcome in. I'm so glad you can join me today. It's a little chilly out there. We just got done with that snow. So, let's see what we can get flowing today. The title of our flow today is where our energy flows, where our intention goes, our energy flows. So we want to talk a little bit about that. Even when we're going through rough times and there's some stuff we're feeling inside, maybe it's hard for you to think positively or think positive thoughts. So when that happens, use your yoga practice to come in and find some positive intentions. Maybe you can think of something you're grateful for in your life. Maybe your children, maybe your dog, maybe your home. Maybe you got that call from whoever that you needed to hear from today. So let's honor that space. Let's go ahead and start in seated today. I just want to start either on our knees, extend through the feet, let the shins go long. Otherwise, we're going to bring the shoulders back and down and away. You can sit on your bum as well, and a little crisscross legs here, if that's what you'd like to do. Go ahead and just honor whatever feels good for you in this moment right now. Because I want you to settle in, and I want you to find some space and some peace as you close your eyes and start to find your breath. Beginning with an inhale in through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Good. Lifting up from that pelvic floor, even if you're sitting on the feet here, I want you to make sure that you're lifting up from that center, stacking the head over the heart and the heart over your pelvis. Just breathe, keeping those eyes closed. Inhale. Good. Exhale through that nose, finding our yoga breath. Each breath, we get that opportunity to fill that belly up with air a little farther. And as we exhale, we really tuck that rib cage up and underneath our belly, up and underneath our rib cage, really pulling everything in, lengthening through the spine. Good. Your palms can be face up in your lap here, just breathing. As you find this breath in and out through this nose, remember that this is the breath that you're going to come back to. This is the breath we want to use through our entire flow here. Breathing in and out through that nose. When we start to breathe in and out through that mouth, that's when we find that fight or flight coming through, that reactivity in our head, in our body, where we just want to jump up and run. So if you find yourself breathing through your mouth, stop, bring your awareness back to that breath, and come back in and out through the nose, breathing deeply, breathing fully. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Maybe start to focus on an intention, just like we talked about. Some good ideas for intentions are statements that begin very positively, like I am, I have, I do. Make sure that this statement, even if it's something you don't quite have yet, but you're looking to get or looking to have in the future, make sure it's a statement that makes that reflection as if it's already done. So if you're not feeling very positive today, maybe something like, I am positive. I think positively. I feel positive. All of those things are in a little fake it till you make it kind of situation. So honor that for yourself. Good. Let's find that intention wherever you are. Eyes are closed. Deep breaths in and out through that nose. Good. Now that you have that intention, we're going to send it out to the universe. That way the universe can start doing the work for us. So with your next inhale, draw your hands together at heart center in prayer. Squeeze the fingers together. Press the thumbs into that heart space. Good. Inhale deeply in through the nose. At the top, pause and hold your breath. Smile. Open the mouth and exhale. Let it all go. Nice. 2 more of those. Inhale deeply through the nose. Pausing at the top, really lengthening through that spine, lengthening through that center. Smile, open the mouth, exhale. Good. Last time, inhaling deeply in through that nose. Pause at the top, keep that big smile on your face as you open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. Good. Start to bat open the eyelashes. Start to wake up through the fingertips. Maybe release the fingertips to the floor. Nice. If you're on those toes, go ahead and shift it forward. Tap out through the toes for just a minute. Give those toes some love. Be cautious if you have neighbors below. Try and be considerate of them as well. Don't tap too hard, okay? Good. Then everybody, let's come into that seated position if you weren't already there. Little crisscross here. Sit up tall. Good. Chin is parallel to the mat. Eye gaze is forward. Find something right out in front of you that you can stare at. That's going to be your drishti gaze if you're facing this direction on your mat. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, slight back bend as you cactus the arms, look up to the ceiling. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop the hands down beside you. Press the right palm into the mat, reach the left arm up and over. Now, you're extending this left arm up as high as you can towards the ceiling, really reaching. Maybe even think about clawing up the side of a wall as you reach all the way up. Then draw your shoulder back and start to drop the left hand over towards the right side of your body. Good. Bring that left shoulder back, really opening up through the chest here, opening up through the shoulder. Good. You're using this right elbow to press into the side body and ground into the floor. Try not to sink into the side. Don't let your head drop. Extend the crown of the head long. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, switch sides. Drop the left hand, left palm down beside you. Begin bending through the left elbow as you reach that right arm up. Really extend and claw, claw, claw. Reach up to the sky. Feel the side body stretch here. Then bend through the left elbow and draw the right arm over the right ear. Good. Draw the right shoulder back. Open up. Nice. Good. Feel that side body open. Look up to the ceiling for just a moment. Don't sink down through their neck. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, smack the palms together. Jai Namaste. Draw the palms down together. Bring them back to heart center. Smile. Good. Then shift that body weight forward, coming onto all fours. Crown of the head goes to the top of your mat. Knees are stacked underneath those hip points. Extend the shins long. We're only doing a couple of these today, guys. So really find your foundation. Square up through the wrists. Eyes of the elbows are going to face towards the top of the mat. That way when we bend, our elbows create that nice little shelf. Extend the tailbone long. Extend the crown of the head long. Look down in between the thumbs. Press down into the tops of the shins and the tops of the feet. Inhale, start to drop that belly. Look up to the sky. Reach the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Round it out. On your exhale, draw the chin into the chest. Squeeze that belly button to the spine. Hold. Breathe. Really tucking that chin into the chest, pressing through your foundation. Draw that belly button in. Think about pressing your hips towards your elbows here. Good. Keep that breath. And on your next inhale, drop the belly. Look up. Start to speed it up, moving with your breath. Exhale, rounding it out. Inhale, drawing it in. Exhale, rounding it out. Inhale, drawing it in. Last one. Exhale, really round it out. Round it out into that kitty. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press through the shins behind you. Drop that tailbone. Look, or reach that tailbone up to the sky. Drop that belly. Good. Come into that neutral spine. Curl onto the toes and lift the hips. Our first downward facing dog of class. Start to pedal it out here. Breathing here in and out through that nose. Breathe deep. Good. Pressing through the foundation. Now, if your hands seem a little bit close like mine are, I'm going to walk my hands out just a little bit. I want to extend through my foundation. Ultimately, once I'm in this downward dog, I would love to be able to just shift it forward and come into that plank posture. So maybe shift it forward. Come into plank. See how that feels. Extend through the heels. Hold. Good. Look down in between the thumbs. Breathe. Exhale, lift the hips to the sky. Shift it back. Keep the toes, keep the hands where they are. Good. Now think about your foundation here in downward dog. Pressing through the palms, extending out through the arms, melting the chest towards the thighs. Good. Rotate your inner thighs in towards one another as you rotate the upper arm bones up and out. Micro bend in the elbows, micro bend in the knees here. Don't hyperextend, don't lock out. You'll notice when I really start to bend through my knees, my heels lift. That's okay. We're working to get those heels down to the ground one day. Good. Inhale, last breath. Exhale, let it all go. Nice. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, swing it all the way up and through. Bring it right behind that right hand. Shift the body weight forward. Left leg lifts. Follow it over. Now we're trying to keep a hip's distance in between those feet here. So what I want you to do is take those fists, place them side by side in between the arches of the feet. Gather up those feet around the fists. That's your very own hip space here. So anytime a teacher asks you to go to that hip's distance, this is where you are. Nice. Let the head hang heavy. Let it go. Shake the head no. And then nod it yes. Always making sure to end on a positive note here, guys. Good. Ground down through the heels. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Start to trace a line up the front of the legs as you come on up. Stacking one vertebrae at a time. Moving slowly here. Shoulders come back and down. Head is always last to rise. And then we reach to the sky with the arms. Tuck the tailbone. Keep it tucked. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Exhale. Let everything go. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, swan dive forward. So press the sides of the room away with your hands and reach that body all the way down. Good. Let the head hang heavy once more. And breathe. Good. Slowly start to rise up once more. Come up only halfway this time. Extend the crown of the head long. Press the palms into the thighs and peel the shoulder blades together. Good. Create that nice figure 7. Feel yourself grounding through all 4 corners of those feet. Pressing through the heels, pressing through the big toe mound. Good. Exhale, release it down. Good. Frame through the feet. Step the right foot back. Hold it here. Really find the foundation. Think about creating a nice solid base here. Grounding in through that right toe behind you. Extend that right heel long. Good. Press in through the palms. Draw the left knee in. Squeeze it in tight. And then shift that left leg back. Good. Extend through the heels. We find ourselves in plank once more. Good. Eyes of the elbows face forward. You can drop to the knees at any time here if you need. Kick those toes up and keep the length in the spine. So think about that nice long line from the tip of the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Now everybody move through that Chaturanga Dandasana. Shift that body weight forward. Look over that ledge. Bring the biceps into the body and come down halfway. Then push up. Now come all the way down. If you're on your knees, come into that Cobra, Bhujangasana. Or we're going to press up into a big cobra here. Or upward facing dog. Look up to the sky. Don't sink down through the shoulders like I am here, guys. Look, push up and out, lift. Good. Exhale, shift it back. Downward dog. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Good. Inhale, reach that right leg up. Exhale, shift it all the way up and through and drop it in on that long lunge. Now, if you struggle to get that leg in there, drop down to the left leg and then swing this right leg around up and through. Then you can curl onto the toes and you're back in that long lunge. Nice. Don't ever be afraid to modify here, guys. It's okay to modify. Nice. I'm sure you can hear Echo barking. That's my puppy. Somebody just rang the doorbell. Who knows? Lift that left leg up. Exhale, drop it down to meet the right. Create that hips distance once more. Good. Let the head hang heavy. Shake it no. Nod it yes. Good. Inhale. Come on up. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up. Shoulders come back and down. Reach up for the sky. Exhale. Let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press the sides of the room away with that swan dive. Think flat spine here. Reach the crown of the head up and forward. Drop that head down. Uttanasana, forward fold. So sorry about the dog, guys, if you can hear him barking. Shake that head no. Nod it yes. Releasing all the tension in the face by releasing the weight of the eyeballs. Drop those eyeballs down in your head. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. Press into the thighs, extend the crown of the head long. Shoulder blades come together, squeeze. Good. Forward fold, bring it all the way down, release. Good. Press the palms into the mat and step the left foot back this time. Find your foundation here, square up through the hips. Think about drawing the right hip back and extending the left hip forward. Push through that left heel, extend it long to the back of the wall. Imagine you have a block right here and you're squeezing. You should be able to lift your hands here. Good. Press the hands into the mat, draw the right knee in, and then step it back. Plank. Squeeze through that foundation, extend those heels long. Moving through that vinyasa flow of your choice. And then coming back into downward facing dog. We all meet here. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Let it go. Good. Inhale, lifts that left leg up. Draw it all the way up and through. Drop it in. Long lunge. Again, if you struggle here, drop down to the right knee. Swing the left leg all the way up and through. Come into that long lunge. Keep losing my mic here today, guys. Good. Drop it down. Everybody's in that long lunge. We shift the body weight forward. Right leg lifts. Drop it in. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Nice work, guys. Slowly start to rise up. Coming to standing. Shoulders come back and down. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Now, go ahead and close your eyes here for just a moment. Feel the gentle sway of your body. The dog barking is a great reminder for me and for everyone else that yoga is about working through and around challenging or difficult situations. With the practice of meditation, this helps us to be able to focus in times of stress, in times of worry, and to ignore those things that aren't serving us in that moment. Good. Inhale, open the eyes and smile. Reach up for the sky. Exhale, let it go. Back bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come on down. Forward fold. Bend through the knees. Step it back. Find yourself in plank. Move through that vinyasa flow of your choice. You can be down on the knees here if you need. Shift it back. Downward dog. Shaking that head no when you get there. And then nodding a yes. Good. Inhale deeply in through that nose. And on the exhale, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, lion's breath. Let it go. Good. Shake the head no again. Nod it yes again. Nice. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, shift the right leg up and through. Coming into that long lunge once more. Coming down to the knee at any time if you need. Good. Frame the hips. Draw the hands to the hips and inhale. Peel the body up. Good. Sink it down a little farther. Try and draw the knee, right knee over the right ankle. And then extend that left heel long. Bend through the left knee. Find your center. Reach the arms up to the sky. Extend that left heel long. Now, shoulders come back and down and away. The pinkies are forward and the thumbs are back. So think about drawing the thumbs back behind you and then drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Imagine you're holding that large beach ball up there. Hold. Crescent lunge. Maybe you want to challenge yourself. Take the eye gaze up to the ceiling. Spread the fingers wide. Reach the thumbs back a little farther. Good. Windmill the hands down. Frame that right foot. This time we're going to twist. Press the left hand just inside the right arch and reach the right arm up to the sky. Open up. Think about peeling this center right towards the right side of the body. Reaching up. Spread the fingers wide. Smile. Maybe you look up at that thumb. Good. Right hand comes down to frame the foot. Shift the body weight forward. Left leg lifts. Standing splits, and then we release into Uttanasana, forward fold. Nice, guys. Inhale, start to rise up. Trace one vertebrae at a time. Or trace that line, stack one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let go. Back bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come on down. Gotta fix my pack again. I'm about to lose it again. Good. Come all the way down. Forward fold. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Move through that flow. Up into downward dog. Nice. Left leg lifts this time. Swing it all the way up and through. You can drop down to that knee, but come back up into that long lunge. Always modify when needed, guys. Square up through the hips. Draw the right hip forward and the left hip back. Squeeze that imaginary block here. Nice. Hands to the hips. We peel the body up. Good. Torso's lifted. Extend that heel long behind you. That right foot is extended back. Now bend through the right knee. Find your center. And then extend that leg long. Good. Nice right angle with that left thigh. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Thumbs back, pinkies forward. Draw those thumbs back behind you. Shoulders come back and down. Keep breathing in and out through that nose. Good. Maybe you look up to the sky. Draw the pinkies back a little farther. Good. Smile. Windmill the hands down. Frame the foot. Step it forward. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Heel toe those feet together. Straighten up through the legs. Micro bend in the knees. Breathe. Good. Slowly start to rise up. Stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back and down and away. Reach for the sky. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Close your eyes. Little moment for standing in stillness. Just breathe. Maybe feel your heart below your thumbs. Good. Inhale, open the eyes, smile. Exhale, let the shoulders drop back and down. On your next inhale, reach to the sky. Tuck the tailbone, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's turn to the side of the mat. So face the side of the mat so you can have the lengthwise out here. You can step that right foot out. Widen up your stance as much as you can go here, and then turn those big toes in. Wide-legged forward fold for just a moment. Extend the arms out long. Maybe lean it back a little bit. Micro bend through the knees. Good. Tuck the tailbone. And smile. Good. Draw the hands back to the hips. And then think about keeping that spine super long as you hinge at the waist. Hinge at the hips, I should say. And start to come down. Releasing the spine out long. Extending the crown of the head. Hold here halfway. Breathe. Good. Fold it all the way down. Grab a hold of the knife's edge of those feet. Bend through the elbows and start to peel the crown of the head down. Good. Working to get the crown of the head into the mat one day. Working into that headstand. We're not going to be here long enough, so don't give it a whirl if it's in your practice. Maybe you'll have a little bit of time after class that you can do it. Good. Bring the palms in front of you. Start to walk them out. Lift up halfway, fingers on the ground. Extend the crown of the head forward. Smile. Fold it all the way down. Good. Hands come back to the hips. Micro bend in the knees. Peel that body up. Good. Extend the crown of the head up to the sky. Heel toe those feet back in towards center. Nice. Bring them all the way together. Try not to look down as you heel toe. Encourage yourself to not look. Maybe you can find a way to get those toes together without looking down. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slight back bend, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, drop the hands down to heart center. Keep the eyes open. Now look out in front of you. I want you to find something that's not moving, your drishti gaze, something, a point on the wall, a picture, something like that, and just stare at it. Maybe You start to cross those eyes a little bit, coming into that focus. Should be right down the tip of your nose, right out in front. Good. Now lift through the toes and start to set each toe down one at a time, starting with the pinkies. Working all the way to that big toe, letting each toe down one at a time. Good. Lift onto the toes, lift the heels, and then feel those heels ground into the mat. Nice. Lift that current of energy, lift from that pelvic floor. Imagine that current of energy flowing up the front side of the body, lifting the front side of the body, lifting the chest towards the sky, and drawing down the back side of the body, really tucking that tailbone down, tucking those shoulder blades back and down. Good. Now, with your eyes on that eye gaze, on that drishti point, start to lift up through this right leg. Good. Imagine you're a puppet on a string here, and that string's right there on your knee. So you can let this foot dangle. Maybe you want to rotate it around a little bit. Do a couple of circles. Honor those feet. Nice. Now, reach down with the right hand, trace a line on the outside of the leg, and start to draw that right knee or the right heel towards the right booty. Draw both knees together and feel the stretch down the front side of that thigh. Good. Start to open up through that right shoulder. Where's that smile? Turn that smile on. Nice. Good. And gently release. Let it go. Ground in through all four corners of that right foot. Lift through the toes. Ground them in. Good. Micro bend in that right knee as you start to lift up through the left. Imagine you're that puppet. Go ahead and rotate that ankle around. If you fall out, it's okay. Just get back in, you guys. Honor yourself. Honor your space wherever you are today. Remember, if you fall out, just get back in. It's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Good. Start to trace that line on the front of that left shin with the left fingertips. Woo! And grab a hold of that left ankle. Peeling the left heel towards the booty and lift up. Imagine that current of energy lifting the front side, grounding down the back side. Draw the left shoulder back. Smile. Good. If you fall out, just get back in, guys. Getting back in makes you a yogi. Good. Gently release. Let it go. Hands come back together. Keep that smile on your face. Ground in through all of those toes once more. Micro bend in the left knee. Start to draw that right leg up once more. Now this time, open that right knee to the side of the room. Feel the inside of this hip begin to open. And then grab a hold of that right ankle and bring that foot and place it on the inner thigh. Good. Maybe you hold on to it here. That's okay. Just find some balance. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Grounding in, try not to clench anywhere, try not to clench through the toes, release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. When you have your balance, grow those limbs. Maybe you want to sway in the wind. It is kind of windy out here today in Albuquerque. Good. Maybe you want to keep those hands at heart center. Maybe you're still holding on to that ankle. You just want to reach this left arm up. Wherever you find balance, find a way to grow your practice. Good. You guys are doing great. Wherever you are, start to release those hands down to heart. Moving slow, moving with grace. Begin to release that right foot, bring it back, and then drop it down. Nice, guys. Lifting and grounding through those feet, lifting and grounding through those toes. Moving on to our left side. Nice. Start to lift up. Lift up like you're that puppet. Good. Now move that left leg out. Open up. Feel the left hip begin to open. Good. Maybe you reach down with the left hand and give that foot the assist. Draw it into the inside of that right thigh. Try not to ground down through the toes, or I should say ground down through the foot, but try not to grab on with the toes. I'm a little unbalanced on this side today. I can feel myself pretty wobbly, so I'm just going to hold here. But remember, you can grow that tree at any time, whenever you find that balance. Feel free to move. Trees move, they grow, they bend so they don't break. Be flexible. Honor your body wherever it chooses to be today. Just a few more breaths here. Try not to lock out through that right knee. Lift up from that pelvic floor. And then slow, with grace, begin to return back to that Tadasana, standing in stillness. Good. Draw your hands down by your sides. Close your eyes. I want you to recognize that gentle sway in your body. Feel that blood rushing back to your limbs. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Good. Turn the corners of the mouth up. Smile. Inhale. Reach for the sky. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Come into a forward fold for just a moment. A little opposition stretch here, allowing our head to dangle. Palms into the mat. So get those palms as flat as you can into the mat. You can keep the knees bent as much as you need to do so. And then you start to press up as you lengthen through the knees. Maybe you begin to bend through the elbows once the legs are straight. Good. Inhale. Slowly start to rise up. Stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back and down. Reach up for the sky. Exhale. Slight back bend. Let it go. Good. Inhale. Hands up. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Come on down once more. Good. Turn on your mat. Hands come out. Feet come out. We find ourselves in plank once more. Good. Staying right here. Shift the grip out a little farther than shoulder distance. So a little wider towards the edges of your mat. Good. Wrist creases are still parallel with the top of the mat. And we extend through the heels, lengthening our booty. And breathe. You guys know I like this one for core activation. So really tuck that belly button up to the spine. Drop that belly button in towards the spine. And hold. The body should start to shake. If it's not, think about keeping your hips parallel with the mat below and start to shift them to the right. And slowly shift them to the left. Moving just through the hips, keeping them on that parallel plane with the mat below. Good. 5. Hold that core. 4. 3 more. 3. Extend through those heels. 2. My core is turned on. I hope yours is too. Last one. Good. Drop down to the knees. Bring the big toes to touch. Let the knees go wide. Sink the hips down to the heels. And stack yourself for just a moment. I want you to keep that spine long. So really sit those hips onto the heels. And then start to walk that belly in between the thighs. Draw the forehead into the mat. Breathe. Extended child pose. Reaching those hands out. Maybe lift through the fingertips, press through the palms, and allow that extension through the hands to push those hips down to the heels. Good. Let's go into a nice little shoulder stretch. We're going to walk those hands out in front. Really claw through the mat, extend those hands out long. Get those biceps right up next to the ears, and then bend through the elbows. Keep the palms together. And then extend those palms up on the back of your neck here. Create a little shark fin above the back of your head. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully, all through that mouth, you guys. If you're not feeling the shoulder stretch here, think about walking the elbows forward towards the top of your head, farther towards the top of your mat, bringing those biceps really close into the ears. Then press through the palms. Breathe. Think about that extension from the crown of the head, sinking the hips to the heels. Good. Nice work, you guys. Good. Exhale. Release the knife's edge of the hands back into the mat. Walk the arms out so they're width of your shoulders, so they're in line with your shoulders. And then press down through the tops of the feet. Press down through the shins. That's going to be what lifts your hips up. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Good. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Still have wide legs here. We're just reaching that right arm up. And then rotate it back up and under. Extend it out. And then just thread that needle, drop the right arm down, and bring the right ear into the mat. Good. This left hand is froggy fingered out in front of the face. And then I want you to think about squaring up through those hips. Press down through the back of the hand on that right hand. If you need a little bit more, if pressing up through this left elbow isn't enough, maybe you froggy finger the hand, walk it all the way out to the corner, left corner of the top of your mat. Extending that left arm out long. But if you're going to extend it out, think about shifting the shoulder back inside of its socket once you get there. Good. Maybe you need a little bit more than that. Maybe you walk this left hand back towards the face and then extend it up towards the sky. Drop the left hand to the hip. Breathe. Using the grip on the hip to help open up this left shoulder. Maybe you're super flexible and you want to walk that left hand around to grab a hold of the inside of the right thigh. Still pressing down through the top of that right hand. If you feel any sort of stabbing sensation in your shoulder, you need to come out a notch. You've gone a little too far for your body today. Good. One more deep breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Unwind. Draw the left palm into the mat right next to the face. Use your core. Inhale. Sweep the right arm up to the sky. Open up. Good. Drop the right hand down. Swing the left arm up. Open up. Once again, once you reach that left arm and stack that left shoulder over the right, now think about squaring up through those hips. Turn on that core. Reach the left arm up and under. We're threading the needle right away. Go up underneath that right arm. Drop the left hand down. Bring the left ear into the mat. Come on to that shoulder. Good. Now froggy finger this right hand right out in front of the eye gaze. Still pressing through the back palm on this left hand. Good. Square up through the hips once more. Nice. Maybe this is enough. Pressing through this palm, pushing up through that shoulder. Or maybe you want a little bit more and you want to walk the right hand out. Extend it out to the right corner of your mat. And then shift that right shoulder back into socket. Good. Using the froggy finger here on the right hand, really press back. Good. Maybe you need a little bit more than that, and you bring the right hand into the mat and begin reaching the right hand up to the sky. If this right shoulder stacks over the left, maybe you drop the right hand to the hip and begin really opening up. If you're super flexible, maybe you walk this right hand around into the bind and begin reaching for the left inner thigh. Square up those hips. Pressing through the backside of the left hand. Breathe. Nice work. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, drop it down in front of the face. Bring that palm right out in front of the eye gaze. Press into the palm and inhale, reach the left arm up. Good. Drop it down. Walk the knees underneath the hips. Bring the knees together. Bring the shins together. Sit back onto the heels. Round that belly over the thighs. Draw the shoulders over the knees and bring the forehead into the mat. Walk the hands down beside you, palms up to the sky. Nice work, you guys. Good. On your next inhale, start to round your body up. Come up into seated, stacking head over heart, heart over pelvis. Lift that heart to the sky. Look up to the sky. Little gentle, reverent back bend here. Good. Eye gaze forward. Walk the hands forward. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Pedal it out here for just a moment. Find what feels really good for your body in every moment. Inhale, reach the right leg up, and then swing it all the way up and through into that long lunge. Good. Now, we're moving into Virabhadrasana series, but we're moving into Warrior One first. So I want you to think about rotating the toes, the left toes, towards the left upper corner of your mat not quite going into that 90 just yet. Then think about drawing the right knee over the right heel, and then bring the hands to the hips and peel the body up. Good. Swing the arms up to the sky. Sink it down a little farther. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Pressing in through the knife's edge on that left foot, grounding in through the big toe mound on the right toe. Good. Now, with as much ease as possible, start to open up through the arms, rotate that back foot into a 90 degrees so that left foot is parallel with the back of your mat, and then sink it down. Good. Now, think about your checklist. Shoulders come back and down. Squeeze and lift, tuck through that tailbone. Good. Bring a nice right angle with this right thigh, working to get this right thigh parallel with the mat below one day. Good. Arms are out. Turn the palms up. Feel the shoulders drop back and down. Look out over the fingertips. Then drop the right hand or the right forearm to the right thigh. Extend the left arm up to the sky. Left arm goes up towards the ceiling first. Hold. Reach the crown of the head forward. Draw the left shoulder back. Squeeze and lift from that pelvic floor, and then start to draw the left arm over the left ear. Reach that left arm towards the front of the mat. If you want a little bit more, maybe you reach that right arm out too. Breathe. Nice work. Windmill it down. Frame the foot. Now reach the right arm up to the sky. Open up. Drop it down. Frame it out. Step it back. Plank. Move through that vinyasa flow. Dropping down to the knees at any time if you need here, guys. Good. Shifting it back. Downward dog. Start to pedal it out here. Once more. Maybe shake that head no. Nod it yes. Good. Now work to set your down dog strong. Spread the fingers wide. Start to ground down through the right heel as the left leg lifts. Swing it all the way up and through. Find yourself in that long lunge, however you need to get there. Working into that Virabhadrasana one first, we want to rotate that right foot into a, so those right toes are going to reach towards the right upper corner of your mat. Then you're going to bring that right knee over the right heel. Excuse me, I got all twisted, you guys. Left knee over the left ankle, and then swim those arms up to the sky. You can bring the hands to the hips first if that feels better. We're pressing in through the knife's edge on that right foot. We're squaring the hips towards the front of the room, and we're sinking down so we can try and get a nice right angle with this left leg one day. Shoulders come back and down. We reach for the sky. Spread those fingers wide. Smile. Warrior one. Maybe look to the sky. Good. Now, windmill out. Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Shoulders drop back and down and away. Tuck the tailbone. Squeeze and lift. Good. Arms out beside you like airplane wings. Lost my mic again. Good. Shoulders back and down. Tuck and lift. Turn the palms face up. Look out over those fingertips. Good. Smile. Maybe say, I am a strong warrior. Good. Drop the left forearm down to the left thigh and reach the right arm up to the sky. Good. Extend out through the right knife's edge on that right foot. Maybe look up at the right thumbs. Good. Now, look forward. Drop that right arm over the right ear. Extend the right shoulder back. Keep extension through the crown of the head. Hold. Maybe you want to give yourself a little bit more and you reach that left arm out to meet it. Good. Smile once more. And then windmill down. Frame the foot. Rotate on that back foot and then reach the left arm up to the sky. Look up at it. Good. Frame that foot. Step it back. Plank. Move through that vinyasa flow. Good. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Shake the head no. Nod it yes. Good. Drop down to the knees. Sink down to the heels. Come on to the tops of the feet. Shoulders back and down. Hands to heart center. Lift the front side of the body, grounding down through the back side. Good, just breathe. Without moving the spine, just gently drop the head, drop the chin to meet the chest. Give thanks for our standing flow today as we move down to the ground. Good. Lift the chin, open the eyes, drop the hands down beside you. Start to walk it out. Come on to the belly. Extend the toes out long. Extend the arms out long, like airplane wings beside you. And just breathe. Press the palms into the mat. Press the left ear into the mat. Feel your heartbeat below. Good. On your next inhale, exhale, let everything go. Good. Inhale, draw your chin into the mat. Zip up through the legs. Press down through the hips. Inhale deeply. Open the mouth, let everything out. Good. Start to walk the hands back behind you, reaching down by your sides. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully, all through that nose. Good. Kick up off those feet and grab a hold of the ankles. Good. Now the shoulders are beginning to open here. Think about drawing them down for just a moment. We're not quite opening up just yet. Good. Imagine you have a block right in between your thighs and start squeezing that block. Inhale. Exhale, let everything out. Good. Inhale, begin kicking into those hands. Lift up. Dandasana. Good. Bow pose. Holding here. Small sips of air. Use that breath. Allow that breath to be what causes your movement. Still kicking into those hands, and then gently release. Let it go. Right ear comes into the mat. Reach those arms out beside you like airplane wings. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Good. On your next inhale, draw the chin into the mat. Tuck up through those legs, zip up through those legs. Second set. Ground down through the hips and start to walk the hands back towards the feet or towards the hips. Inhale. Exhale, let everything out through that mouth. Kick up and grab a hold of those feet. Inhale deeply. Exhale, begin to kick into those hands. Kick. Keep breathing here. Squeezing that imaginary block in between the thighs. Hold. Opening up through those shoulders. Breathe. Good. Exhale, let it go. Left ear into the mat. Good. Let it go. Let everything release here for just a moment. Feel your heart race. Dandasana, bow pulling pose. Feeling the nice stretch along our backside. Good. Now, reach the right arm up and overhead and roll that right ear onto the bicep as you roll onto your right side. Now, we're not quite coming into that fetal posture just yet. I want you to extend those legs out long. Bring this left hand and place it right in front of your chest area. And then start to use that hand as you gently rock the hips from front to back. Just massaging through that right hip for just a moment. Good. Keep breathing. Keep releasing. Inhale deeply. And on your next exhale, roll back onto the belly. Reach the left arm up. Draw the right hand in and roll onto the right side. Good. Extend those legs long. Point through the toes. Flex through the toes. See what feels good for your body on that hip right now and go there. Then gently start to rock it. Front to back. Releasing any tension on that left hip. I definitely feel a little bit more tension on my left side than I did on my right. So I'm just going to really rock into that spot a little bit. Use this hand on the mat to really help rock it around. Gentle movements here make all the difference, guys. You wouldn't believe how you're moving that energy and that fascia around right now. Nice. Now you can curl straight into a fetal position right here if you'd like. Maybe you roll back onto the right side and come into that fetal posture. But I want everybody to come into that original pose, your very first posture. Fetal position. Just letting go here, giving yourself some love, maybe rubbing on the temple or rubbing on the jawline while you're here. Good. Now, reach that arm out. Use the left hand and slowly begin to come up. Stacking head over heart and heart over pelvis for just a moment here. Good. Coming into that crisscross position. Place the palms face up. Close your eyes. Good. Nice work today, guys. Just a few more things before we move on. Just want to slow down that heart rate a little bit before we get going again. Good. Open the eyes, smile, say something nice to yourself. Mean it. Go deep, guys. What can you say that's nice to yourself today? Good. Draw the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Knees are going to go wide here. Now, the depth of the posture comes in bringing those feet really up tight into that groin area. If this is super intense for you and you start to lean over and the legs are flying up, just walk those toes out a little bit. Create more of a diamond shape here with your legs than working towards that triangle. But I want you to find whatever feels good to you here. I want you to challenge yourself a little bit, so you'll need to apply a little bit of weight into those thighs just to keep yourself balanced here. That's the challenge, okay? Good. Lift up from that pelvic floor. Maybe you even need to move that flesh from the bum really quick to get those sits bones into the mat. Then lift up from the pelvic floor. Grounding head over heart and heart over pelvis. Grab a hold of the ankles. And then use those thumbs, use those fingers, and start to gently massage those legs. Good. Maybe you want to take the soles of the feet and begin opening up those feet like you're opening up a book here. Good. Maybe you need to take it a little bit farther. Maybe you want to feel that nice stretch through the outside of the legs here. If so, lift up from that pelvic floor, grab a hold of those ankles, and then keep that spine long as you start to fold or hinge at the hips here, coming on down. Think about extending the crown up and extending the nose forward, chin goes forward. And then once you start to feel that rounding out, that's your stopping point. Maybe you want to walk the hands out to help support you here. Keep the spine long. Feel that nice stretch through the inside of the thighs, right through the outside edge of that IT band. Good. Breathing here. Maybe you're still sitting upright. That's okay too. Looking into that book, reading that book that's the soles of your feet, working to really get the knife's edge of those feet to come together. Good. If you're giving yourself that love, make sure you take the fingertips and stick them in between the toes here. Really stretch out through the toes. Give yourself a nice foot stretch. Honor your body here, guys. Good. And maybe, just maybe those thighs are starting to scream at you. Love on them too. Maybe you need a little bit more. Start to walk the soles of the feet in a little bit. Good. Keep lifting from that pelvic floor. If you get to a point where you're starting to round out, you've gone a little too far for your body today, and that's okay. Maybe this pose is super difficult for you and you're way out here. That's okay. You can still fold forward. You just have to keep the extension long. Okay? Good. Uncross, or crisscross, I should say, and then rotate onto your mat. Come onto that left side. Gather up through those knees and draw that left ear to the bicep. Now, if you curled onto your left side at first, go ahead and curl onto the right side this time. Good. Just an opportunity for self-love. I want you to come back to that intention that you set at the beginning of class. If you can't remember that intention, that's okay. That just means that the universe is already doing its work. You don't have to do anything. Good. Now everybody roll onto your back and come into Shavasana. Laying down here, releasing the feet. Good. Coming here for just a moment. Shoulders come back and down and away. Zip up through the legs. Nice. Tuck the chin into the chest, lengthen the spine on your mat. Good. Start to draw the right knee into the chest and grab a hold of that right shin. Please don't grab a hold of the knee. I don't want you to blow out through your knee. Grab a hold of the shin and then begin peeling back. Now, if you can't grab a hold of that shin, maybe you bring a towel with you next time, or a belt or a piece of rope or something, and you can use that for a strap. Grab a hold of that strap and help peel your knee down. I actually think I have a hand towel right here I can show you. So you can take that hand towel and then grab a hold of that shin and then use it here. Because what we want to do is start to work to bring those shoulders down. Now flex through both your feet. Imagine you're standing against two imaginary walls. Pavanamuktasana, or wind liberation pose. This pose, guys, is about letting go of everything that doesn't serve us anymore. So whatever that intention was, maybe you can find something associated with blocking you from receiving that intention and allow it to release here. We always start on the right side because we're moving through our colon, guys. We're inhaling in through that ascending colon. Everything comes in through this place. Keep flexing those feet. You can have the eyes closed here or looking up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are coming back and down. Really starting to clench that breath using the thigh. You should have to push with your breath back against that thigh. Squeeze, hold, flex, breathe, inhale. Exhale, draw it in a little bit tighter. Hold it here for just a moment as you say to yourself, I choose to release everything that isn't serving me anymore. Good. Exhale, gently release and draw the left leg in to meet the right. Working on our transverse colon here. Working again with Pavanamuktasana. We start to flex through the feet and draw the knees in towards the chest, bringing the thighs onto the belly. Looking up towards the ceiling, our eye gaze is closed. Use those thighs to constrict your breath. You should be pushing your thighs back and away with that breath. Deep, deep belly breaths here. Feel the movement. Maybe you even feel a little gurgling going on here. This is wind liberation pose. It does just what it says it's going to do. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Keep flexing those feet hard as you inhale once more. Exhale, let it all go as you say, I lovingly release that which doesn't serve me anymore. Good. Gently release. Kick the sole of the right foot all the way up to the sky and start to grab a hold of the left shin. Start to release the right heel down towards the mat, extending it out as long as you can, holding it as long as you can before you finally release it into the mat. Maybe you hover and hold, extending that right heel long, drawing the left knee in. Hold, hold, hold. Maybe you've already released. That's okay too. Start to draw that left knee in tight. Everybody release who's holding and bring that left knee in. Keep flexing those feet hard like you're standing against that imaginary wall. Good. Really peeling that left knee in. You're constricting your belly here, guys, to a point where you're actually using that breath to push back on the thigh. Keep flexing those feet hard. Keep trying to draw those shoulders back and down, using that prop if you need, or reminding yourself to grab a towel next time. That way you have that prop nearby. There's always ways to modify at home, guys. Please take the opportunity to learn what your modifications are and when you can use them. But also remember to challenge yourself. Inhale deeply. Exhale, peel that left knee in a little bit tighter and say to yourself here, I choose to release with love and tenderness everything that isn't serving me anymore. I'm willing to change, and I'm willing to grow. Flex those feet a little bit harder. Inhale deeply. And exhale, kick the sole of the left foot up to the sky. Good. Slowly start to release it down. Come on down. Good. Release it out. Let it go. You're in your final pose. Shavasana. Letting everything go here. Taking a few moments for yourself. Once the video ends, maybe you stay here in that Shavasana as long as you can stand. Try to resist that urge to fidget and that urge to move, challenging yourself to stay here for a few more breaths when the mind tells you it's time to get up and run. Bring those thumbs all the way up to the third eye. Bring the hands into prayer. Inhale deeply. Exhale as you say to yourself here, Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Remember, these videos are uploaded to YouTube so you can watch them at your convenience. If you have any specific requests, just let us know. Thanks, guys. Namaste.